Welcome, welcome, my dear friends. Myself Darshana Sandeep Shinde from KK Wag Institute of Pharmacy, Chandori, Nasik. Today we are discuss about general anesthetics. Let's start our today's session. Learning outcomes of our today's sessions are: students should be able to understand the concept of general anesthesia, route of administration for the anesthetic drugs, mechanism of general anesthesia, and classification. First of all, what is meant by general anesthesia or anesthetics? Its definition: anesthesia, that means with, and means without, and aesthesis means, that means sensation, that is without sensation. The drug which produces the reversible loss of all sensation and consciousness, generally administered by the anesthesiologist in order to induce the maintain general anesthesia to facilitate the surgery. Routes of administration of general anesthetics: internal routes, in that oral and rectal route, in a parenteral sublingual route, intranasal, then intramuscular route, then intravenous routes are used. Then let's understand the mechanism of anesthetics. There are this mechanism is divided into four main stages. First one stage is a stage of analgesia. In that, start from the beginning of an anesthetics inhalations and last up to the loss of consciousness. The pain is progressively abolished during this stage. Then pain remains conscious and can hear and see and feels a dream-like state. Relaxes and respiration remain normal in that stage. It is difficult to maintain. Use its limited to short procedures only. This is the stage first. In next stage 2, that is the stage of delirium and excitement. In that, from the loss of consciousness to beginning of the automatic breathing, eyelash relax disappeared. Excitement: in the excitement, patient may be short, struggled, hold his breath. Muscle tone is increased, jaws are tightly closed. Then next breathing is jerky, omitting, involuntary micturition, and defecation may be occur in this stage of delirium. Then no stimulus or operative procedure carried out during this stage. In second stage, potentially dangerous response can be occurred during this stage, including omitting, laryngospasm, uncontrolled movement. This stage is not found with the modern anesthesia. Pre-anesthetic medication and rapid induction etc. required. Then next stage is stage 3, stage of surgical anesthesia. In that, extend from the onset of spontaneous respiration to the respiratory paralysis. This has been divided into 4 planes. The first one is plane first, roving eyeballs. This plane ends when the eye becomes fixed. Then in plane 2, loss of corneal and laryngeal reflexes. Plane 3, pupil starts dilating and light reflex is lost. This was the desired phase of the surgery when the muscle relaxant were not used. In plane 4, intercostal paralysis, shallow abdominal respiration, dilated pupils. These are the symptoms which are seen in this plane 4. And then last mechanism, that is a stage 4, respiratory paralysis. In the respiratory paralysis, cessation of breathing, that is failure of circulation, it may occur death. Then pupil widely dilated pupils. Then muscles are totally flappy. Pulses is impermissible, and BP is very low. This is very dangerous stage. Then we see the classification of general anesthesia. In that, first one is a volatile general anesthetics. In that, inhalation gases, in inhalation gases, nitrous oxide, ethylene, and cyclopropane. And then volatile liquids in that diethyl ethyl, chloroform, methoxyfuran, haloethane and ethyl chloride. Then second part is non-volatile general anesthetics. In that short acting barbiturates, in that thiobutane sodium, methohexital. And second part is non-barbiturates, in that propionidine, ketamine and etomidate. Let's see one by one detail in the classification, one by one. First upon is a diethyl ether. Colorless, is a highly volatile liquid with the pungent odor. Boiling point is 35. Produces irritating vapors, are inflammable and explosive. Its pharmacokinetic involved 80 to 90% is eliminated through the lungs and remainder through the skin, urine, milk and sweat. Can cross the placental barrier. The next drug is nitrous oxide. It is a colorless, odorless gas at the room temperature. Very insoluble in the blood and other tissues. Quickly recover rapid induction of the anesthesia and rapid emergencies following discontinuation of the administration. First one is completely eliminated by the lungs. It is weak anesthetics and powerful analgesics. The MAC value of it is 105%. Then cause the megaloblastic anemia. It is used in the adjuvant to supplement other inhalations. This is about the nitrous oxide. Then halothane, fluorinated volatile liquid with the sweet odor, non-irritant, non-inflammable and supplied in amber color bottle. Potent anesthetics 2 to 4% for the induction and 0.1 to 1% for the maintenance. Halothane it has a boiling point of 50 degrees Celsius. Pharmacokinetics in it involve 60 to 80% eliminated unchanged, 20% retained in the body for 24 hours and metabolites. The next side effects of the halothane. Its first side effect on CVS, cardiac arrhythmia, depression of the myocardial contraction. Their respiratory system, it has the depression of the respiration. On muscle, malignant hyperthermia. On kidney, decrease the renal blood flow and glomerular filtration rate. In liver and GIT, it causes the halothane induce the hepatitis and nausea and vomiting. Drug interaction, it's have a drug in halothane with the adrenaline, it causes the drug interaction. Contraindication, it involves the hepatic dysfunction and jaundice. The next drug is the thiopentone sodium. It is a barbiturates, ultra short acting barbiturates, water soluble. It's alkaline, dose dependent suppression of central nervous system activity. Its dose involves 3 to 5 milligram per kg intravenously to 5% solution, 15 to 20 seconds. Its pharmacokinetics involve redistribution, hepatic metabolism, that is elimination half-life is 7 to 12 hours, central CNS depression persistent for long period, more than the 12 hours. Then next side effects of the thiopentones include pre-anesthetic course, laryngospasm, it has the laryngospasm, non-compatibility, succinyl chloride, tissue necrosis, gangrene, it may cause the gangrene, post-anesthetic course analgesic. The next one drug is ketamine. Ketamine, it is a phencyclidine derivatives. It is a dissociative anesthesia or anesthetics. A state, that means a dissociative anesthesia is the state characterized by the immobility, amnesia, analgesia with the light sleep and feeling of dissociation from one own body and mind and the surrounding. The site of action, cortex, subcorticoid areas, NMDA receptors. Its dose 5 to 10 milligram per kg intramuscularly or 1 to 2 milligram intravenously. Its side effects of contraindications of ketamine, Lyme movements, nystagmus, then emergence phenomenon 50% of the people, then it is a hypertensive and increase the LLOT and ICP, and it is a uterine stimulation, then psychosis and schizophrenia, rear laryngospasm it involved, poor muscle relaxation. Ideal characteristics of anesthesia include, the first one is a potency. We have high potency, or the drug ideal anesthetic agent should have the high potency to adequate amount of oxygen can be administered within. Then second one is ease of administration. Ideal characteristics, ideal anesthetic agent should have the ease of administration, not required any complicated device. Then induction and recovery in that rapid, without any unpleasant symptoms, that means rapid recovery without any unpleasant symptoms. It should be non-inflammable and miscible with the air, with the oxygen, without the risk of fire or explosion. The next one characteristics, it should be capable of producing adequate muscle relaxation. Then it hold, or it should act as an effective analgesic. It should be non-toxic and non-irritant. It should be cheap, not have a problem of stability. These are the ideal characteristics. Then complications of the anesthesia, in that first one is a respiratory depression, then salivation, respiratory secretions, cardiac arrhythmia, then fall in BP, then aspiration, laryngospasm and asphyxia, awareness, then delirium and convulsions, fire and explosions, then nausea, vomiting, then persistent sedation, pneumonia, organ damage like liver, kidney, nerve places, then emergence delirium, then congenital defects. These are the complications. Then we see the pre and why there is a need of the pre-anesthetic medication. It is the term applied to use the drug prior to the administration of the anesthetic agent to make the anesthesia safer and more agreeable to the patients. These are we are use this because of relief of anxiety, or for the purpose of relief of anxiety, amnesia for the pre and post operative events, then analgesia, then decreased secretions, and then antiemetic effect, to gain the antiemetic effect, decrease acidity, volume of gastric juices. To obtain all these we have to need the pre-anesthetic medication. Then there is one phenomenon, that is basal anesthesia. What is meant by basal anesthesia? A state of anesthesia short of surgical anesthesia is called as the basal anesthesia. The agents used for this purpose is called as the basal anesthetics. These agents are thiopental sodium, tribromo, ethanol, paraldehyde, etc. Okay, this is all about general anesthesia. Thank you very much for listening me. If you have any queries related to this lecture or this session, you have to contact me. This is my mail ID. Thank you very much.